on the air. Welcome everybody to Miami Christian School for today's special event playoff game. AUBL Miami between West Kendall Nationals and the Coral Gables A's. Hello again everybody. I'm Jay Hayback along with my broadcast partners as usual, Mr. Justin Bresner. Justin, welcome.
Thanks, Jay. Looking forward to a good AUBL playoff game here today.
And Tony Acosta.
Hey, Jay. Thanks a lot again for inviting me to the broadcast. A beautiful day for baseball. I hope these clouds stay so it's nice and breezy. So looking forward to a nice day of baseball.
These two teams may be very well the best two teams in AUBL Miami right now, and we are looking forward to a heavyweight slugfest. And here are the batting lineup. The batting stats for both teams. Emilio will pick them up. Emilio Sierra, of course, here as usual, and Talon Taylor helping with the camera. Anthony. We are ready for action. For the Nationals, it's going to be Phil Roy leading off today and also pitching as he's hitting 306. On the mound, one of the best pitchers in the history of AUBL Miami is Michael Rudman. Rudman routinely striking out 14, 16, 18 batters in a game. And the man to my left, Tony Acosta, well familiar with this University of Miami legend, Michael Rudman.
Definitely, Jay. I can attest to his talent. I've seen him on the mound many a times, and you're right. I've never seen him strike out less than 10 hitters.
So here's Phil Roy to start out. Michael Rudman starts him with a fastball, and we are underway. Ball one. Another fastball, and that one in for a strike. From our vantage point, a little hard to see the pitches. Usually we are right behind home plate. Today we're a little bit off-centered.
That looked like it caught a little bit of the corner, Jay.
Very tough. Roy pops that one up. Yasmani Thorndike going back, drifting back, and makes the catch.
One thing I know we can definitely look forward to, Jay, is seeing some good defense today. Both of these teams are known for having really good defense.
Big swing, just tipped it.
Oni, of course, we want to make sure early in this game we mentioned the passing of a dear brother of yours and everybody, and that one is
short.
broken bat. Alvarez goes down 6-3. This is going to be Anthony Bosa.
Jay, to add what you were just saying, it's still surreal to know that he's no longer with us, and it's kind of shocking to me to see his jersey hanging in the dugout there for the.
Well,
A's.
we're talking about Albert Jardines, who passed away very recently, still only a couple months ago, and good friend of my partner, Oni Acosta. Oni, of course, saw him at as we were getting towards the very end, and as a good friend of his, I'm sure it's even hard for you to talk about it now, Oni, but and we don't want to cloud our entire broadcast with it. We just want to make sure that everybody out there knows we are thinking about the friends and family of Albert Jardines, who recently passed of cancer. Rudman, fastball, pops it up, out of play. Anthony Bosa, one of the most feared hitters in the history of AUBL Miami. Tremendous power hitter. Does have a home run this season. Only played in 4 games and did hit a home run.
Both of these teams are featuring a lot of power throughout their lineup, Jay.
Rudman throws a changeup in the dirt. Yeah, Oni, both of these teams have extremely thick lineups. Good hitting throughout the lineups.
Like we always make mention of Miguel Garcia having an easy job putting the lineup together. He can just throw names in whatever order, and it's going to work.
Well, we talked about throwing darts at a board, picking names out of a hat, whatever have you.
Yeah. Three-two. He's got a full count on Bosa.
Popped up foul.
Talent, can you get the umbrella for the camera one?
Goes down swinging. That'll do it. 1, 2, 3.
And also an expletive came out, and the first thing he said to me today is, "I no longer curse, Jay."
Yep. I think he exaggerated that.
He forgot to say too much.
That's so funny that the only thing he said to me is he doesn't curse.
I can definitely understand the emotion, though, when you get one of those fastballs powered by you. Yeah, so just like that, Michael Rudman goes 1, 2, 3 in top of the first. Gets his first strikeout. Phil Roy's bringing it, huh, Justin?
It does so far, yeah. See what happens when Thorndike steps in. As Yasmani will lead off for the A's.
Definitely popping the mid.
Emilio, how's it look? Emilio,
No first base.
how about now?
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, go to camera one.
All right. So here is Yasmani Thorndike, batting .348 on the season. Pitch in for a ball. Phil Roy. Hey, you got net on that.
Huh?
You got net on camera. And that is roped to left field. That's going to get down for a hit.
That's going to be extra bases there, Justin.
Thorndike's going to push for second. He'll make it. Big double to start the game for the A's. That's going to bring up Alvaro Gomez, the third baseman.
Looks like that fastball had too much of the plate, and Thorndike had the best of it.
He sure did.
We got net.
So the A's get runners in scoring positions right off the bat here.
Still got net.
Talon, ladder. Need the ladder over here.
That's in for a strike.
Are you putting in a stats for each time they come up?
Count 0-1 to Gomez.
Real nice movement on that curveball there.
Gomez not necessarily a tall batter, but a stout batter for sure. As he looks like he could put one out. Oh! Swung through that one. That's going to go down as a strikeout. So 1 out, 1 on for Luis Cabral. Cabral hitting .350 on the season.
Another power bat for the A's.
Yeah,
It's
Luis
Luis Cabral.
looks about as thick as my thumb. Oh, it's in for a strike. That one does catch the outside corner.
Phil Roy's been pounding the strike zone, Justin.
He has.
Ahmed Martinez, of course, a longtime Dade Diamondback, as is Yurandy Martinez in this A's lineup. Good velocity on Roy's fastball today. Roy looking sharp.
Yeah, he's bringing it. And throwing it for strikes. Looks like Luis Cabral wanted all of it, but just missed it.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and he'll complete the play. 2 outs in the inning and 2 strikeouts for Roy, looking very sharp.
Yeah, the last 2 hitters with the same pitch. Curveball in the dirt, he couldn't hold up.
When the velocity of Roy looks the way it does today, that curveball is extra special.
He's bringing it.
So Luis Cabral goes down on strikes.
Here's Ahmed Martinez batting .283, playing left field. 1 on, 2 out here in the top of the first. That was left outside.
the first AUBL Miami broadcast we've had. 3 cameras, score overlay, graphics, instant replay. Completely different setup than the last time we did a game here.
Real nice job by Leo Alvarez to keep that ball in front of him there.
As we said at the onset of this broadcast, this could easily be the championship series if these two teams weren't in the same division, and also if the West Kendall Nationals had been able to play their 12th game. Unfortunately, last minute the Nationals had to cancel their 12th game, so they only finished with 11, which of course hurt their record.
Just missed with that one.
I think it's you, the humming. No, you're putting your hand on here. Yeah, don't put your hand on here. There's that fastball, just missed outside, and Ahmed Martinez takes a base. Now first and second with 2 outs, and it's going to be Juan Quesada coming to bat. What about it? It's down again?
No, it's not. It's just out.
Juan Quesada took a hack at the first pitch he saw. Fouled it out of play.
Runners go, both. Double steal.
No throw.
Thorndike will make his way over to third, and Martinez over to second.
Looks like they surprised everybody with that one, huh?
Yeah, nobody was looking for it, although they should have been with 2 outs.
A good call on the manager over there, Miguel Garcia, to get his runners in motion.
Absolutely. And Quesada's down on strikes. That's 3 strikeouts now for Phil Roy. And they'll strand 2. The A's will strand 2 here in the top of the first. I'm sorry, bottom of the first. We will head now to the top of the second. Score 0-0. So the first inning saw a combined 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit.
Justin, both pitchers pretty even on their pitch counts. Michael Rudman threw 13 pitches in that first inning, 7 of those for strikes and 6 balls. And Phil Roy went 16 pitches, 9 for strikes and 7 for balls.
Too much exposure. No first base.
It's not on. This one isn't on.
Make it a little lighter.
How's that?
All right.
Is it good the way you want?
It could be a little less lighter.
Did he put it on the table over there?
There. No, too dark.
There?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. It's off the edge. Can you grab it? I can keep it here on the floor. That's fine, there's plenty of slide. Just go.
the same when you're facing the lineup like the A's. Great job by Phil Roy.
It's going to be Randy White, the right fielder. We be humming.
Turn it off and on. That's what we're doing.
All right, we are back, having some audio difficulties.
It's count blue.
1, 2.
Big swing and a miss. He struck him out.
That'll do it. 3 up, 3 down again. For Rudman.
Michael Rudman cruised through that one, throwing 7 pitches.
Both these pitchers so far cruising. You know, this reminds us of a lot of the games we've been doing lately on Channel 2 on the Miami-Dade College Sharks broadcast network and on Channel 1 on HSBN Live, where we see these pitchers duels for the first 3, 4, 5, 6 innings, and it's whichever pitcher comes out first. We saw yesterday it was the Sharks who took out their pitcher first, Justin. And it was ultimately the Panthers, the Palm Beach State Panthers, that scored first and ended up winning that game. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's going to be Willie Mizrahi leading off. Willie, one of the leading pitchers this season for the A's. Mizrahi, 50, a 4 record, 3.06 ERA, 61 strikeouts against only 16 walks.
Looks like
4-to-1 ratio.
And he's doing it with the bat, too. He's hitting 400, Jay.
Big swing and miss.
Good movement on Roy's fastball, too. It's not just the velocity, although the velocity is there. He's got very good late-breaking movement on it.
And control. He's been hitting his spots.
Be interesting to see which team scores first today. Big swing and a miss. Another fastball.
That could be the game changer here, Jay, because, you know, baseball is a big mental game, and whoever strikes first, you're getting into the other team's head.
Well, we know both teams are full on pitching, have an entire pitching staff. We know Eric Berkowitz is ready to pitch. And Willie Mizrahi gets a good piece of that one, and he missed it in center field. Mizrahi around first, and on his way to second, he will glide in there easily. Willie Mizrahi with a leadoff double.
It's the second leadoff double, Jay.
And guys, one of the most feared hitters in the history of AUBL Miami is now coming to the plate. It is the Blur, Yurandy Martinez. He has been an enormous part of our broadcast since the very beginning, way back in 2014. Curveball, just missed.
Yeah, I want to mention on that last play, Gabe Castro made a great attempt at that ball. He had to go a long way and made a good diving attempt. He just couldn't hang on.
I think if he's left-handed, he makes that catch.
Well, he got to it. He got to it, and he dove on time. He just couldn't hang on.
Well, I think because he had to backhand it, I think
Yeah, it would've definitely
if
made a
he's
difference, you're
left-handed,
right.
I think he gets
It
an
would've-
extra couple feet.
Would have definitely made a difference.
But the Blur, Yurandy Martinez, a 5-tool player. And when I say 5 tools, I mean all of it. There's the fastball right down Broadway, in for a strike. Martinez can do everything, literally everything on a baseball field. I have seen him play all 9 positions extremely well, including pitching in playoffs. I've seen him catch and do a great job of it. He's played all 3 positions in the outfield. Fastball just missed on that one. I have seen him play all infield positions. He has incredible speed.
That was a tough take with 2 strikes, Jay.
Oh, boy.
That was a tough take with 2
I
strikes.
think his heart skipped a beat on that
yeah.
one, Oni. First time I ever saw Yurandy Martinez. Wait a minute, he struck him out. Look at the speed on first. He had to climb that one. I'll tell you that the catcher there for the Nationals saw him getting down the line. Leo Alvarez saw him getting down the line and said, "Wait a minute, I better fire a cannon at this one."
So far, it
So-
looks like it's all or nothing for Roy.
So I thought the first time I ever saw Yurandy Martinez, that the base hit to left field, he was one rocket to the left field. And I looked down, I think the marker was a bit my feet stand next to the field. I asked the guy next to me, I said, "What happened?" He said, "I'm not sure."
Well, he can fly, definitely. I'm sure we'll see him running today.
There's that fastball he took, right?
He continues to pound that strike zone.
Yeah, Darryl Roque was a great player. Not only he's a play for the end, but he's currently playing Highlight. So Darryl Roque was actually in the Highlight commercial, folks. If you've seen the commercial for Highlight, Darryl Roque is one of the prime players featured, and he swung and missed, and they'll have to complete the out again. And another one. That is 5 strikeouts out of 5 outs for Phil Roy.
Very impressive.
It is all or nothing, and now here's Miguel Garcia, the DH.
The manager, Miguel Garcia. And folks, I've got to say this about Miguel Garcia. As managers go in adult baseball, and I'm saying around the country, Miguel Garcia does not take a backseat to anybody. He has done a tremendous job with this A's team throughout the years. I have known Miguel for 23 years, and in that time, he has put together one of the top teams in the country, going to all the tournaments at Disney and everywhere else around Florida and around the country. Big swing at that one. And Miguel does a tremendous job as an executive of this team, putting the team together, getting the team on the field, getting the right talent in the right places. He is, I have to say, folks, probably the best I've ever seen at it.
Not to mention he's a great ball player as well, so that always helps too.
In for strike 3, he struck him out, and that's 6 strikeouts in 2 innings for Roy. He is on fire.
It's always good as a manager that to be able to help your team as well.
Roy has given up 2 doubles and a walk, but has struck out all 6 outs for the Nationals. And they may need it today, Oni and Justin, because Michael Rudman has been probably the top pitcher in the history of AUBL Miami, going all the way back to playing with the Pirates back in 2014 and 15. He has been almost unhittable throughout the course of his career, and now his wife had a baby, so congratulations. He's slowed down a little bit, hasn't played as much baseball, but still looks really good out there.
I'll tell you what, Jay, the Nationals got exactly what the doctor ordered today.
We may have, we may see the first ever 0-0 9-inning game in the history of AUBL Miami, because I don't know that either of these 2 pitchers is going to give up a run today. And when I say either of these 2, I'm talking about Rudman and Roy. Don't forget, behind Rudman and Roy is Eric Berkowitz and Darryl Roque and Willie Mizrahi for the A's. Rudman has such an easy motion. And Oni, one thing people underestimate with Michael Rudman is his pickoff move. For a right-handed pitcher, the best pickoff move I have ever seen in adult baseball.
We were mentioning that in the last broadcast about the lefty that had the good move to first, or it was the right-hander that had quick feet, and we brought up Michael Rudman.
At this rate, we're not going to.
Oh, that's good. He may not need it.
All right, folks, we are having some difficulties with our audio today, but we are working very hard to fix them. Big swing and a miss at that high fastball. Look at that changeup. That's not even fair. He comes at you with the high 80s fastball and then some type of an ephus pitch that just dies on you.
Yeah,
Dead
that
fish.
That seemed like it took forever.
Oh.
Richie Rodriguez batting 375 on the season. Not sure he can figure out Rudman here.
There's that fastball. He struck him out.
There's Riley Joseph, shortstop for the Nationals, batting in the 9th spot.
Just to make sure you're unmuted.
I am. Not ideal. That one missed.
Another swing and a miss at a Michael Rudman fastball.
The way Michael's throwing today, he may as well still be playing for UM.
I got to tell you, he's lost about 7 or 8 miles an hour off his fastball. Ooh.
Gone.
But
Can't catch up.
but Rudman at 86, 87 is still unhittable. When we were hitting against him, Oni, in 2015, he was throwing 93. Now he's throwing probably, upper 80s, 87, 89. Millie, you can see first base. Camera one.
Maybe the on deck guy could have moved it.
Huh? No, no.
He's going harder this year than last year.
That one's popped up and foul.
The ball can hit something. Helicopter flying by.
Oh,
There's that
it was
pickoff
so
move.
close. And he wasn't even that far off of first base.
There's that pickoff move we were talking about.
Yeah, the first opportunity he had.
Yeah, he gets over to first base a lot faster, not a lot of lefties I've seen. Look at that. Then he fires it at 90 miles an hour to first base on top of that. Here's New Lumber. When some of the baseball gets expensive, we start bringing it up. First staying real close. If I had to guess, I'd say he's touching 90. Easy. And that's Oscar Field. He's trying to get in that batter's box. Looks like a BB coming at you. Yeah, he has pitches with the high counts. Deep into the counts, so he can listen to the pitches he's in for sure. This may not be the game.
Once again, we apologize for any audio difficulties we're having. checked our audio difficulties, and we are back.
Vamos, man, vamos, we need you, babe.
Boy! Get back. Boy!
So while we were attempting to fix our audio difficulties, we had a little bit of action finally. Is a double from Yasmani Thorndike, his second of the game, and then an error on the left fielder, Ricky Rodriguez.
Went for the can of corn catch and realized it wasn't a can of corn.
Oh, gotta be blue.
The A's have second and third, no outs.
And also, Oni, they have the number 3 and 4 hitters coming up. Kwani, what did Lewis do? Kwani, what did Lewis do? What did Lewis do?
Struck out again.
Take that back. Second and third with 1 out.
This is Ahmed Martinez, who walked his first at bat.
2 ducks on the pond here.
Did he go? Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
2 outs in the inning. The Nationals may get out of this yet. Nationals right now 1 out away from getting out of this inning. The A's have had second and third for this entire inning. They had 0 outs, then 1 out, and now 2 outs. And once again, guys, there has not been one defensive play made by the Nationals yet.
They haven't needed it.
We are in, think about that. We are almost done with the 3rd inning, and not one defensive play has been recorded yet. Phil Roy has 8 strikeouts of the 8 outs recorded. This is sensational pitching from Roy. That one popped up out of play. A loud pop-up.
Yeah, it definitely has been impressive.
I think the only pitches really that they've been able to see are the off-speed pitches.
Oh, we know Yasmani Thorndike has his numbers.
Well, Thorndike, other than the 2 doubles from Thorndike, it's basically been just Willie Mizrahi's double, and that's been it. Another curveball missed. But he does have first base open, so really not out of the realm for him to not go after Quesada here. Although with Mizrahi on deck, I don't know.
I was gonna say,
I don't know who you pick your poison here.
The kind of lineups that we're seeing today, I don't know if there's going to be any intentional walks happening.
I don't know where it went.
He foul tipped it and he struck him out. It's the 9th strikeout in 3 innings for Phil Roy. Are you kidding me?
Against the A's, Jay. We got to mention that.
That's unbelievable.
Against the A's. That is very, very impressive.
I'll tell you, Phil Roy has the A's talking to themselves right now. You can hear the dugout. They don't know what to do.
Daddy,
Our producer Emilio telling him to rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, that could work.
I guess. I mean, can't hurt at this
Listen,
point.
after 9 strikeouts, they should be trying whatever they can do. They got to get creative and figure something out.
It's so demoralizing, though. That's really the thing, is it just gets you completely out of your game.
Louis,
Yeah, you know what though? On the other side, you got Michael Rudman has yet to give up a hit.
And that's getting lost in this, actually. It's amazing that a performance like Rudman, and as good as his performance has been, is getting lost on Phil Roy.
Both pitchers have been impressive.
And here are the pitching stats for both teams for the season.
Emilio no longer being told to put up the stats. He's telling us to put up the stats, Jay.
Huh? You got the ball again?
We love
Let
Emilio.
us know what he's going to take care of.
Well, the one thing you'll notice, Phil Roy has pitched 24 innings this season. 3-1 record, 2.25 ERA, but Oni, here it is, 37 strikeouts, 5 walks, 7-to-1 ratio.
And we're witnessing that today.
Yeah, he's actually right on it today because he walked 1 batter and struck out 9. So he's right at his typical threshold.
All that in 3 innings.
He's unbelievable.
Let's see what Leo Alvarez can do now here in a second. Look at Michael Rudman.
I think you have 20 looks at Rudman and it's all going to still look the
It's going to
same.
look the same, right? It's fast and it moves.
And deceptive. And it'll be right around the strike zone, or at least you think it will be.
We were talking about his velocity earlier, Jay. I think he's touching 90. I guess. He's up there. Bring it.
And it's late velocity. Whoa! He said, take that one. That might be the sign that Daryl puts down to say, hey, put a little extra on this one. They're talking a little smack about you behind me.
The person more scared in that pitch was the umpire. His head was right above the catcher's, and that was going right at him. Good job for the umpire to get out of the way of that one.
So Alvarez chops it to third.
Or was it? I thought he hit it off his foot. It looked like it changed directions.
That's what I thought too. Really no. Alvarez has made contact both times up.
Number 2?
He has.
Right.
6-3 and 5-3.
He said, you're killing me, Rudman.
Hey, I'll tell you what, these Nationals are breaking bats left and right. It's going to be an expensive game for us.
Type it up. You can use it
Anthony
again.
Bosa back at the plate now. He struck out swinging back in the first.
Rudman's like a chainsaw.
A guy like Bosa could be the difference in this game, guys. Bosa has faced Rudman many, many times, and maybe a guy that can take it over the wall.
Seen him hit it
We've seen
a
him
long way.
We've seen him put him out at FIU. We saw him put one out. We know the power of Anthony Bosa. If he hits the ball squarely on the bat, it goes a long, long way. It could go 420, 430 feet. Look at that changeup. Even Daryl Roque's looking back at him saying, that thing moved like a wiffle ball.
High 80s, 90 mile an hour fastball.
That's not even fair. That is not even fair. Oh,
And he
man.
throws it for strikes.
Oh, that's
He's had command of all 3 pitches today.
awful for the hitter. And there's the high fastball. He struck out.
We could hit that one.
Especially after that
Yeah,
changeup.
we could hit that one. Also very dangerous, Tony Cash. One more look.
Yeah, but stepping in with 2 outs already. Rudman's just mowing him down. He's 1 over the minimum at the moment.
He could hit him a long way as well.
Yeah, I've seen Cash put it out.
I think we've all seen
Yeah.
He's done it quite a few times.
not questioning he has the power, but can he catch up to Rudman's pitches? That's the question right now. That's how it looks.
Definitely pitcher's duel today. As a hitter, all you can do is just shake your head and try again.
How'd you try it so soon?
Come on, Oren, booty.
Highlight player and getting a little sore from catching these pitches. Throw a rook and shake it off. And he got him swinging. That'll do it. Nope, he did not get him. 2 strikes. My bad.
1-1.
Oh, my bad.
And you can hear Cash say, "What rotten luck."
Yeah. I miscounted the one that he called back.
He said it really fast.
Excuse me, Cash is my equal.
Sounded like one syllable.
In the dirt, back at us. Let's shake the camera a little bit.
Waste pitches ever, Michael Rhodes.
You don't have to.
Just move again?
In.
Oh, man. It can't be a strike if he's catching it.
No, he gets right. It's not how he catches it, buddy.
Okay, so he did get it.
Cash didn't like the throw there.
No.
Right down the middle. Come on,
It looked good to me. It looked like he dropped in.
I don't be mad.
Strike.
Stoney had a few runs for the umpire there.
That's all right. No luck. You can complain. He will not be backed up on anybody back here. That was good to me. I didn't drop that right in where it needed to be.
Well, the money man, Tony Cash, is another victim of Michael Rudman. Rudman now.
7 strikeouts.
Still 1 over the minimum pitch to.
Hasn't given up a hit.
And still is
No.
being overshadowed
Yeah.
by Bill Roy. How is that possible?
Because Roy is all or nothing. He's either going to strike you out or you're going to get a nice hit against him. But it hasn't amounted to any runs for the Nationals.
But it's odd that the Nationals have not recorded an out yet. As a field, no fielders have recorded an out.
William Rahi will step in now and take his packs
What do you think,
for
Amelia?
the second time.
That looks good.
There's one of 3 doubles for the A's on the day.
He got all of them.
However, the next 3 batters all went down to the strikeout.
After the prior one.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 doubles and a walk given up by Roy. 9 strikeouts. Reaching for a strike.
Oh, shoot, it stays strike.
No.
2 strikes now on Mizrahi.
And then just put it by There's that
Got
fastball. Oh my goodness, he's
Drag
struck
him
him
up.
out.
That's number 10, Jay. Wants to know it's 10 strikeouts now, Bill Roy.
3 1/3 innings.
Yeah. Every out has been a strikeout.
I don't know where that one missed. That one was up high.
Here's the blur. You're Randy Martinez. Anybody can tell me what he did in his last at bat?
Struck out. Okay.
And as you can see, Phil Roy up to 10 Ks.
That one's high.
If anybody can disrupt Phil Roy, it's going to be the blur. You're Randy Martinez. Surprised he's not leading off. There's that fastball. And look at the big swing from the blur.
You want it all that way.
Oh, yeah. Many don't know the blur. You're Randy Martinez in 2016 won the Home Run Derby, part of All-Star Weekend. There's the fastball, and he couldn't get around on it. He was late. Curveball! He struck him out! Oh my goodness!
How impressive is that?
Are you kidding me?
I can't remember the last time I saw a performance like this. 11 outs, all by way of strike.
Emilio's gonna put up a graphic, 11 Ks for Phil Roy. And now it's the highlight star, Darryl Roque, catching today. I don't know how that's gonna work if they need him to pitch.
Sorry, man.
Darryl, an excellent catcher, but maybe even a better pitcher.
Darryl apologized to him. Previously arguing with the umpire in his last at bat. It's
Or gamesmanship.
Could be gamesmanship.
He is the catcher.
I'm going to go with sportsmanship.
He's one of the smartest players in the league as well, Justin.
Listen, he's the catcher.
And also one of the nicest. Darryl is a regular at my Super Bowl parties. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Just outside of that one.
You know.
Yeah.
Justin, you know Darryl.
Yeah.
At my party.
Absolutely.
I think that's the first 3-0 count.
Just didn't know he was a highlight player. Some new information. So it was fun. Pulls it back. He walked. Second walk of the day for Roy. No. 0-0. Here in the bottom of the fourth. 2 outs, 1 on. For Miguel Garcia. Designated hitter. And manager.
Runner goes.
Right on the money.
Yeah.
He could not hold
Ball
on to
got
it.
away. Alvarez frustrated and could not hold the ball.
Leo Alvarez made a strong throw right on the money just in time.
Well,
there.
if you're gonna walk and have a courtesy runner, as Darryl Roque did, of course he's a catcher as well.
Yes.
Who better to have as your courtesy runner than?
Randy
The
Martinez.
blur. The blur. Did you have any doubt that he was going to try and run?
I thought he might try to steal third and just go straight across the diamond. So here's Miguel Garcia. Phil Roy doing some commentary for us. You can hear him say, "That's outside."
He's little 6th grade balls, see?
And yet it doesn't matter.
going right down Broadway. Martinez was about halfway to third as Roy threw that pitch.
Leo, you don't have to, Leo. I got you. You have to.
That one straight down the middle. Strike.
Here we go, Kate. He's got to come to you now. Here we go.
Run, Jay. Run.
No, it's out.
He did.
Yes.
He was
Blur on his
he
way
was
to
actually
third.
standing on third, I think, by the time the ball reached Alvarez's glove. Two straight
I kind
stolen bases.
of saw it
Did he
coming.
steal home?
He was reading his emotion.
Look at us steal home right now. He actually just faked like he was going home.
Right.
Garcia gets a piece of that one.
I've seen Randy steal home. I'm sure you have as well, Jake.
Many times.
I saw him do it on a throwback from the catcher, and it was, I mean, everybody was. He
Foul
got him.
tipped. He struck him out, and that'll do it. 12 strikeouts in 4 innings.
What is this, Jake? Never seen anything like this.
Do we even know what we're watching right now?
This is amazing.
Yeah, we're watching 19 strikeouts between two pitchers in 4 innings.
This is impressive job. Impressive work by Phil Roy.
I had said to our interns, Oni, yesterday, as they were watching Miami-Dade, I said, come to the game tomorrow because I bet you either of these two teams could probably beat the two teams on the field. Talking about Miami-Dade and Palm Beach.
What's that?
12 Ks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his limit. He's not allowed anymore.
Yeah. 7 for Mike.
Huh?
7 for Mike.
That means we soft there, huh?
Yeah.
Must be the catcher's fault.
On one side, we got a pitcher with 12 strikeouts.
Yeah, we're okay having a little fun with this
And on
back
the other
here.
side, we got Michael Rudman that hasn't given up a hit.
7 strikeouts, 1 walk for Rudman. Yes, you can. Anytime you want it, sir. Water. Okay, for $1.75, we have sodas, Gatorade, all kinds of stuff. Machines, yes sir. Exact change only. It's kind of weird. $1.75 fancy bucks. But nonetheless, very neat concept. We can get beverages at the concession stand. They are certainly not open here on a Sunday morning at Miami Christian. The restroom's back that way as well. No bottles this time at Miami Christian. The restrooms are open.
Now Randy White steps in for another look at Rudman.
Fly out to left field, back in second.
All right, Emilio. Give me some splits and stuff.
He actually gave that ball a ride too. I remember.
He did?
I mean, it was like a warning track.
Pitch for a strike.
Got a hold of a good one. It just stayed in the park.
Oh, that one off the catcher's mask. Okay, seems to be okay.
Well, what's odd is it seems like the Nationals are having an easier time putting the ball in play, or at least getting base runners, but the A's seem to have more threats on offense.
That's correct. These are the only ones hitting anything today.
But then again, Phil Roy has 12 strikeouts in 4 innings.
Right, they're either hitting against
This is
him or
the
they're being
strangest
struck
thing
out.
we have ever seen, guys. Of all the games we've ever done, this might be the strangest. Look at the velocity, the late velocity. It's almost like the ball takes off about halfway to home plate. It like hits an extra gear.
Yep. You get that fastball, it looks like it's a strike, but it just sails up. And
It's unbelievable. And Roy's having the same effect. Is that coming at us?
No, you're good.
back behind us.
I need the baseball.
Hay dos para allá.
Hold on, get him in.
No está dirigiendo nada.
That was missed.
There's a curveball.
Just
Whoa.
missed.
Hard to lay
I was
off
gonna say,
of
how
that.
hard was that to not take swing?
Sharp,
How
late
hard?
breaking movement.
How difficult is it to take a swing at that?
Not much wind out here today. The air is a little bit heavy. It is a bright, sunshiny day, and it's a beautiful day for baseball here at Miami Christian.
This is perfect.
Nice curveball. Randy White has no interest in trying to hit that curveball. If Rudman drops one in for a strike, it's going to be a jelly legger.
We're about to see a fastball here.
You never know. I wouldn't put it past Rudman to triple up on the curveball.
Counts full now to run. Randy White.
On 3 and 2 count.
That's when you know you got
On
confidence in
3
the
and 2
curveball.
count. Yes.
Absolutely.
Drop it right in. Start it at the letters.
And there it is. There it is, and he just missed with it. Right?
You're right. Leadoff walk for Randy White. Well, I've also broadcasted enough games with Michael Rudman. I think I might know more about him than his catcher does. And he's not afraid to walk people, too.
Let's get that out in second. Here we go. Leave it up.
Big swing and a miss. Hiram Luna. Luna struck out swinging back in the second. One of many strikeouts in the day. Another miss.
Hey, remember, he's got a good move. He's got a good move.
I think Rudman knows that when he walks somebody, that's just the last disappointed guy to reach the dugout. The next 3 are taken out. I don't think he's concerned at all with a walk here and there.
Well, the key word there, Justin, is disappointed.
Right.
Yeah, right? Look at that move.
You know, the problem with that move, Oni, if you're not accustomed to it, like Willie Mizrahi is not
Randy, you
your
gotta back
typical
back.
first baseman. That ball can end up in right field.
I was going to say that because not only does he have quick feet, he starts to throw the
That ball
ball.
comes at you,
He starts to throw the ball while he's still in motion, so you have to know
and
what's
it's coming about 87.
You got to know what's coming. Yeah, you got to know what's coming. It's not an easy read for a first baseman.
Time is called by Luna. He'll step out and reset.
That's a quicker move than a lot of that.
Mike, here we go, baby.
Popped up, out of play.
Yes, I look bad.
Get a lead over there, kid. Go, Mikey, let's go. Huh? Don't worry about me, all right? Damn, son. My bad. I apologize.
No, it's because of the netting. I have it.
Oh, that's definitely a big one.
I could probably put the here, Talon, wait.
We're not putting up a fight.
Hey, stay on the kid. Stay on the kid.
He's saying if I go down, I'm gonna go down swinging. He's fighting.
Yeah.
With a bat here.
I think move it back a little bit.
Look at that.
Yet another camera manipulation. We apologize, folks, but this netting is really hard for us to deal with. We don't have this in too many fields.
Should be good now, Emilio.
It's caused some challenges for us, and that is a stolen
How you
base
like
for
it?
Randy White.
It's one of those rare opportunities where you see Rudman very one.
Still good?
Yes. Runner at first base was right on it. Made his way to second easily.
You see the difference right here?
That one back.
Continues to fight. Very impressive at bat here.
Hey, I need baseball.
Somebody on those baseballs, guys.
Offers out.
Nobody?
Una's making Rudman work, huh?
Sure
I don't think Rudman cares.
No.
I think he's largely unaffected by it.
He looks just as strong as his first inning.
That curveball. You know, the one thing today, if there's any difference between Rudman today and Rudman last year or year before, he always threw that curveball for a strike. Today, he has had a hard time throwing that curveball for a strike. That was always his calling card.
That one just missed.
You can see the curveballs have been low today. He used to drop them right at your knees, and today he's dropping them about ankle, shin high.
There's a full count now. Una.
Again, I don't think Rudman cares. I think even if he walks it, Rudman doesn't mind. Fastball. Rotating.
Una continues to fight.
We want to say hello to Mike and Lake Alford today.
No explanation. Where's Lake Alfred? Okay, so up near Orlando. And a viewer in Washington State, we're being told as well. Linda, spectacular. Welcome, Linda.
Out of play.
Continues to fight. Impressive at bat.
I don't know if I've ever had this much anticipation of what's going to happen in a baseball game. I think this might be one of the most intriguing games we've ever done at any level.
This may be one of those cases where he who's batting first wins.
It may be, and Rudman, I wouldn't put it past him to pitch all 9.
Sure looks like he can do it.
Roy, on the other hand, I think is probably 6 or 7 max. I don't think you'll see Roy go 8. But you might see, if in a 15-inning game, you might see Roy go 7 and Berkowitz go 8. So for the Nationals. Still,
I mean, both of these teams
Nationals
are so
have
deep
plenty
in
of
pitching.
pitching left.
Both of these teams are so deep in pitching that does it really matter who
Hey,
they walk them?
hey,
That was a very, very good at bat by Luna.
Abe Castro, now the batter. So the first two batters walking, and wow, a mound visit from Miguel Garcia. I think this is just to talk about what to do in case of a bunt. So we'll see if Gabe Castro, the center fielder for the Nationals, is bunted.
But he's also thrown 19 pitches this inning and yet to record him out.
let's get on these balls, man. Cash! Cash! You have tape? Hey, umpire, these balls. These balls? Come on, hit like 4 or 5 balls. Hey, let's go. Hey, we're covered, baby. Come on, come on.
You are just joining us. Where have you been? We are in the top of the 5th inning. There is no score, but that is definitely not the story today. Both of these pitchers have been on fire. Phil Roy has struck out 12 batters in 4 innings. I repeat, 12 in 4 innings. Michael Rudman has pitched himself. There's really nothing you can say about a Michael Rudman performance that hasn't already been said on these broadcasts. We've had Rudman so many times, and he always delivers. Best big game pitcher in the history of AUPL Miami.
Watch your back. Like a basic creeping.
There's the fastball, and he was swinging. There was no bunt. Are you guys surprised?
No, I actually am surprised, Jake. This is the first time the Nationals have first and second, nobody out. An opportunity to move guys over. I would have had him bunted.
Straight walks. We can really see if he can hit the strike zone here.
Hey, sit down first, sit down.
Check the runner at no base. Threaten to check the runner at second.
See if the Nationals can capitalize on this opportunity here against Rudman.
Castro went down swinging back into third. Now the bunt is. Pulls back.
Damn it, we had him, Daryl! On the back, on the back, we had him, baby. It's all right. He has the ball.
The umpire says he didn't pull back in time, so it's strike 2.
We had him.
Blue 0-2.
Still playing the punt, guys. Still playing the butt.
Job. Castro again down on strike.
One down.
You can hear the buzz of that fastball all the way back here.
Okay. Now it's 2 on, 1 out for Richie Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the 5th strikeout victim.
Rudman looking for that ground out. Get him a round ball double play.
Hey, same thing on the butt. Guys, same thing on the
Coming up
butt.
to 8 strikeouts on the day now.
You can hear Miguel Garcia over there anticipating that he may still be bunting.
Shortstop behind you. Shortstop behind you. Good.
Now I catch up to that one.
Go, Mikey, bring us in, baby, bring us in.
Oh, okay. So now we know who's sitting back with the field behind us. Be relative to Richie Rodriguez.
Hey, put it away. Stay somewhere. Let's go, kid. Stop there. Good.
Not catch that high fastball. Quickly 0-2 for Richie Rodriguez.
Hey, leave it there.
Check out that setup.
Stop there.
Number 9 for Rudman.
That is an impossible pitch to hit.
brings him up a second time.
90 mile an hour fastball.
Let's go, kid. Be out here.
That's the third double strikeout victim for Rudman.
Romance, be there. Y'all might let him know.
This would be Riley Joseph. Even if he should strike out here, he did walk his last at bat in the third inning.
9 strikeouts for Rudman. 21 total strikeouts.
All righty, come to me here, kid. Leave it up, leave it up, leave it up, leave it up.
Not even halfway through the 5th inning.
Top of the ball, baby.
Now he's calling it a minute.
Well, you know, his fastball is fairly well unhittable, and we know that. But when his curveball is dropping in for a strike, it is unfair. And then he throws in that wiffle ball changeup that we've seen.
Fastball, chest high.
Devastating.
Impossible to hit. I mean, it's just real difficult to hit that ball.
Now
They're just late.
Throwing a lot of pitches to him.
You might only need one more here.
Leave it up there. Leave it up there.
He's a horse.
Yeah, he can throw 120.
Come back at us.
All right.
Yep. Is this not where we lost camera one, Jake, or was that Coleman Carroll? It was one of these fields where we lost the run itself. Took a direct hit. But I almost left up high.
If he had tried to swing at that, no chance to catch
Yeah,
it.
that's the one I'm talking about. That's the one that you just gotta let it go by. I hope they don't call it.
Spot right here, Mike. Hit the spot, baby. Let's go bear down now. Hey, don't get picked, Arnold. Gotta be smart,
I
Arnold.
faced him before, and that pitch looks like it's right belt high. And he releases it, and it looks like it's right there. Goes up on
Popped up, out of play.
I need baseball, guys. Money. Ahmed.
What a long at bat this inning for Redmond.
But again, unfazed. He does not care. Rudman will stay out there as long as it takes. When you pitch for University of Miami and have a career that Rudman has, does not care.
There it goes.
Here's the throw to third. He's going to be safe at third. It was a delayed steal. An odd play, especially with 2 outs. You never make the third out at third base.
It was very delayed throw because nobody expected him to go.
I think
Everyone was so
Darryl was
surprised.
shocked.
Yeah, everybody was so surprised that he left late.
It's a double steal now for Randy White. Took second and third now this inning.
Hey, win the battle.
What I'm surprised is that the runner at first is doing at first base.
What do you say, 3-9?
Well, I think he was as surprised as we were that White went to third.
Somebody missed the sign there.
That was left up high. Full count.
Again, I don't think Rudman even cares if he wants to. I think he's going to throw the pitch he wants to throw.
Make sure he goes home. 3-2. Don't get big now. Still holding you. You gotta be smart. You got a good move.
Yes.
Hey, don't go nowhere.
Check Luna back over at first.
Pitch right here, Mike. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Don't go
No,
nowhere.
you don't want
Don't go nowhere. Hey, you go, Mike.
You want third base and you want third.
That's all you
Riley.
want.
Third base on one side and third on the other.
Let's keep battling.
Non-service counts in one day. Valley and third base. You're looking at me physically.
No, I was swallowing water.
Jay confusion too. Another late to get back. Nationals.
It's been a long half inning.
It has.
Michael Rudman.
Yes, it has. Everything is slowed down. Just cannot get past Joseph.
That one's been difficult.
Runner goes.
Oh, he caught a break there. That could have been ball 4.
Just got a piece of the bat there.
Luna stole second as that was happening.
Foul ball, he needs to go back.
Oh, he has to go back.
Guys, Riley Joseph this season, 40 plate appearances, he's hitting .065. Rudman would just throw a fastball down the middle and challenge him.
He's had a very good at bat.
Oh, it's a wonderful at bat. But I'm saying the strategy of Rudman, instead of nibbling and picking around, just to throw fastballs and challenge him to hit one. Oh, he does, and he struck him out. That will do it. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Michael Rudman.
That is 10 on the game, Jay.
After 2 walks.
That is 10 on the game.
So 10 for Rudman, 12 for Roy, 22 strikeouts.
I'm going to say this real low. I know I can say this very anticipated, but
Rudman is pitching a no-hitter,
he's got a no-no.
albeit
we need more balls.
with 3 walks.
Need more balls.
You got to get them when they go foul. You're not getting your foul balls. That's why you need more.
Only I have one here. Bert, you saying we're not getting foul balls, Bert?
I can't go get them. Sorry.
Where's the guy that I have 4 extra baseballs in that. No, but there was a guy that was in the 4 extra baseballs. Not that, just regular.
Oh, gosh. Gosh, hey.
Oh, no.
Double ball in a row. Hey, I look a fucking pussy, nigga. Better game. God damn, nigga. Stop hearing me.
I got 2 baseballs coming in. Heads up.
Bill Roy takes the mound now to start the bottom of the 5th inning here.
Yeah, they took the ones that went bad.
Hey, top of the lineup. Oye, papá, tú no fallas la recta hoy. ¿Nada? Con los Lakers batting gloves que está de pinga. No, mandó de broma.
So Phil Roy back to work. Business as usual.
Didn't go?
No, he did not, says first base umpire. Yasmani Thorndike is the only batter for the A's that has been on for Phil Roy. And did he go that time? Oh, and again did not go. Thorndike testing the limits of a check swing. So far, Michael Rudman, 84 pitches, 56 strikes, 28 balls. Phil Roy, 61 pitches, 37 strikes, 24 balls. Rudman, of course, has pitched one extra inning. Fastball hits her short. This is going to be the first out recorded not via the strikeout.
Thorndike has made solid contact all 3 times.
Yeah, 2 doubles in his previous at-bats.
You go see what
We'll
your
go
brother
down
needs.
6-3 on that one.
This is Alvaro Gomez, who also has tremendous home run power. There was a game in 2017, 2018, that Alvaro Gomez against the Day Diamondbacks hit 2 home runs in one game at Flamingo Park. And that is not an easy place to get the ball out.
He reached on an error in his previous at-bat, as he did crank it to left field.
But he is capable of hitting the ball 400 plus feet. Pops that one up. Is there a play? Is there a play? No, there's not.
Oh, yes, sir.
Go!
Sir. The boy. Pitch.
That one in for a strike. Guys, I see Eric Berkowitz looking around the dugout, maybe for his gloves. Berkowitz hit hard on the ground, but to second base.
Wow,
and
big hop.
Whoa! Nice play over there.
Great job. What a play by Hiram Luna there. I mean, that took a wild hop.
He did not take his eyes off of that at all.
No, he didn't. It hit the lip of the infield and popped straight in the air, about 8 feet in the air, and Luna took every inch of his frame to get that one, and he ice cream coned it. This is Luis Cabral, number 3 hitter for the A's. Cabral this season hitting .350, 458 on base percentage. He has 4 doubles this season. Reminds me of the swing of Yorandy Martinez. When I see Luis Cabral swing, he puts all of his energy and all of his might into every swing.
You can hear muffing.
It's the same grunt. You know, Oni, me and you were having a conversation in the parking lot that we said we were going to regret having off of the air about this A's team. This A's team has been one of the top teams in the country for a long, long time. Going to tournaments all over Florida. This team has been together a long time.
They've won tournaments all over the country.
A very tight-knit group is this A's team. Very demanding of each other.
go. We didn't go.
Checked over there with the first base umpire. He says no go.
Good eye, Luke. Good eye, Luke. Go, kid.
3-2.
Come on, Luke, baby.
2 out, no on. We're all battling through this at bat. Got him.
Unbelievable! He struck him out right down the middle. A 1-2-3 inning, and for the first time we had some outs that were not recorded by the strikeout. 13 strikeouts now for Phil
He
Roy.
did pick up one more.
They are scoreless through 5 innings.
I got nothing. 97. You're hitting that. That's all I got. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, top. You already know I can still go. Yo.
Justin, there's no sign of anybody warming up on either side here. These pitchers have been impressive, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they both go.
It's quite possible. I don't see any movement in the bullpens.
I remember the last game I saw that happened. At any level, for that matter. It's not
Rare.
something you don't see that very often in the majors either.
No, we saw the Brito kid do it. Brito pitcher won the complete game. Ayala.
I did, but you got a better view of it.
All I can do with it right now, Emilio, that thing is Ricky is all happy.
Go with the restroom.
So, Oni, tell me if you've heard this one before. Michael Rudman has thrown 5 shutout innings.
Many times. Many times.
We've probably said that in almost every broadcast and every game we've ever seen him throw.
He did to give up a hit.
We saw a playoff game with Michael Rudman where he struck out 17 Bower players and won 1-0 in 10 innings, where he pitched all 10 innings.
He's a horse.
Okay, and the missing talent has been found. He was missing. He was trying to get these foul balls so we can keep this game going. Here's Phil Roy to lead off, 6th. Big swing and miss for Roy.
Keep your shoulder in there, kid. Let's help. Keep your shoulder in there. Bill!
Just up high with that one.
Catch it.
Gets a piece of that one.
I'm a lawyer, dog. I can't be buying all these bats.
The drama unfolding here is so thick. The tension is so thick. It'll be it'll be a sense of jubilation when the first run actually scores. A catharsis.
See if you see the curveball here.
Right. I think also because Rudman has not been able to throw his curveball for a strike today, that he knows he's going to have to lean on that fastball a little more than he normally would.
I thought he'd throw it with a 1-2.
Just missed. Full count, I believe.
It is.
Yeah. Thankfully, we have a cloud over the sun. Now this is perfect. Slight breeze. The table over here on this side is way hot.
That's not under the tent there.
Right, right. And now we got a nice cloud over here. Beautiful. Rudman got
For
it.
strike 3, he struck him out.
Just got a piece of that
And
corner
I'll
there.
tell you, the last thing Roy's going to do is argue.
Oh, absolutely.
As the pitcher, all you can do.
That's 11.
And he didn't like it, and he's shaking his head, but he kept his composure and didn't say a word.
It looked like it caught the inside corner to me.
It did. It did.
No, it looked like it tailed at the last second.
Exactly,
Cut in.
Justin. You just said it. It
At
tailed
the last
late.
second. Just boom. Oh yeah, he's upset there.
Yeah, he's saying that what bad luck that was.
Here's Leo Alvarez. Alvarez 0 for 2 on the day, but so are most hitters in this game. And this is up high. Straight. Wow.
Last time Alvarez hit his words to Rudman on the way out, or what was it, Oni?
Be the best of luck.
Darn you, Rudman, something to that effect.
Yeah, he said, I don't know, he shook his head. That call back. You can hear the frustration of all these hitters.
Shit! You heard Cash? I played the show last night and I was going to the batter stand to pick mine. All of them.
The words of Leo Alvarez do not necessarily represent AUBL, Miami, or the South Florida Broadcast Network, or any of its subsidiaries.
But they probably represent the entire rest of his team. As it seems the Nationals are all feeling the same way at this moment. Just outside in the dirt with that one.
If I can try to repeat what he said, he's similar to what he just heard. I'm having bad luck. I need to skid.
That's what I heard, dude.
And I think I see a tram.
That's what I heard.
That's why you're pumped?
Yeah! A lot of yelling about nothing going on right now. Even Rudman's chuckling on the mound right now.
2 the count now. Alvarez.
Alvarez showing a lot of restraint. There's a
That's
fastball,
gonna
and
be down for a
Alvarez
hit.
deposits it into left field. That's going to be a base hit.
end of
Oh,
the
and it
no-no.
gets away. Alvarez
Double.
gets a single and an error on Ahmed Martinez in left field. It'll go as a single and an error.
There goes Redmond's no-no.
Hey, pick me up, bro. Let's go.
What's odd is Phil Roy is going to have to come run for Alvarez. I'm sure Phil Roy would much rather sit on the bench.
Why would you have a 6'4" guy as a pitcher? I don't understand it.
Alvarez must have some type of injury, Justin. He typically has.
But the biggest guy on the team?
Well, no, it's the last batted out. You don't have a choice.
Got it.
There's
That's
a ground
shot for
to
the third. He's going to hold
Looks
him at
back
second.
and fires it to first, and then gets back to third immediately. You can see Yasmani Thorndike backing him up there.
Both are just as frustrated. Slams his helmet hanging out there at first base. I know he kicks it.
Alvaro Gomez made a nice play at third base, and now there's 2 outs in the inning.
He's also having a fight over his helmet.
I was going to say, I think the helmet might be winning.
Yeah.
Didn't give
It's
up.
just a lot of frustration here. Rudman tend to do that to you.
You got to understand. I think I found my new favorite spot.
For those of you watching that have not faced Michael Rudman in the past, or Phil Roy for that matter, it can accumulate as the game goes along. Your sense of frustration gets more and more.
And even for as unfortunate as I have to have to face both of them.
You know, guys, I think I'm going to do an interview in the dugout. I'm going to try and
Come
get
on, Cash,
some...
no base hit here, kid. No base hit, that's all we need.
And that one hit on the ground by Tony Cash, also to Alvaro Gomez, and he fires it across the diamond. And that will do it.
Great pitch, Mike. Man, Juan y Willie, Finita, Daryl, me, and the dog.
Looks like pitching change, Jay.
That one.
Looks like that's it for Phil Roy.
Guys, I'm going to try and do some in-game interviews here. Since I own the league, I can take these liberties sometimes, whereas in high school and college games, I have to ask for these types of things. I don't have to ask right now.
We got a pitching change here for the Nationals. Number 23 is the new pitcher.
Yeah, well, we know who that is.
I guess he doesn't need an introduction.
No, we know. It's the manager, Eric Berkowitz.
Berkowitz has pitched in
And whenever I say that Rudman is the best pitcher in the history of AUBL, I know there's a woman to my right going, I don't know about that. I'm not so sure about that. There's another guy that you might be forgetting right now.
We're about to see him, Jay.
But in all fairness, it is a dead heat between Eric Berkowitz and Michael Rudman. They have both, over the years, both of them have been at the very, very top of AUBL Miami since inception, and according to Mrs. Berkowitz, since high school, who's sitting about 12 feet to our right. We always like seeing her here. Usually she'll watch our broadcasts, but today we get to have her here in person. I knew we'd have a fight on our hands when we were talking about the accolades of Michael Rudman.
One thing I can tell you about Berkowitz, I remember seeing him pitch in the past. He's got one of the nicest curveballs.
And he also has a tremendous slider, which complements his curveball very well. Because the different speeds of the different movements is very hard. Emilio, don't turn me on just yet. Get the sound out.
Ahmed Martinez, the first base batter, faced Berkowitz.
Walked on his first one, struck out second time bat. See what he can do here against Berkowitz.
Nice. Misses outside. I'll never forget the first game I did. Berkowitz pitching, he went up against a guy whose last name was McVay. You know what I'm saying? So we have the son of Sam versus the Oklahoma City individual. That one's left up high. Just a crazy coincidence with the last names.
Sometimes you're going to see those two last names together.
I'm not sure. It was, yeah. I haven't seen it since. I remember it was a game at FIU. I mentioned it to Jay.
Hey, boy! And you can hear the jubilation on
nice
part of the A's dugout.
Ahmed Martinez.
Another impressive.
All right, there, try to go in second hit.
Good job, Bowman!
No, and he's not. Yeah, he needs to tell us.
There you go, best.
That's it for the strike. Juan Quesada, the plate.
Another real deceiving thing about Berkowitz is that late motion on his fastball. It comes at you, and then you see it right at the end, kind of tailing away.
You know, Boza.
Could be two. Second for one.
It'll only be one.
No chance.
They will get Ahmed Martinez over at second for the first out. Quesada will make his way to first.
Fielder's choice.
Sí. Eso lo estaba diciendo Cash. Deja el bicho ahí, pero... ¿Qué atrás?
Here is Willie Mizrahi. Mizrahi did have a double back in the second. Make that play. No, and then
Hey, nice hustle, man.
just missed with that one.
No, turn it.
Here's the champion over there in the Gables Athletics dugout.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get something going here.
Hey, roll it, here we go.
I think they were thrilled that Phil Roy is no longer on the mound.
Another hurt, another hurt.
Even though the replacement is Berkowitz, that's usually not something to jump for joy.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, it's not
But nonetheless, Phil Roy was just
not in a
letting
better
them
position
up.
now with Berkowitz.
Oh, he might be. A nice long out to center field. Slot will make his way back over to first. That will bring up the blur. You're on Martinez. One on, two out. In the dirt. Stay.
Very good job, Leo Alvarez, keeping that ball there, keeping that runner at first base.
Absolutely. So I knew he couldn't go anywhere.
This is a real tough one to block too, because these are the curveballs that kind of run away from you. You gotta go off to your side there and keep that ball in front of you.
And pretty much any pitch that gets away from you coming from Berkowitz is a problem. They're lucky to have this ball so close behind home plate. 2-0 the count now, Martinez.
Great move
He's
there.
close.
Did you mute that while I was on?
That's a good strike.
You gotta
Down
tell me,
Broadway.
you gotta send somebody something. You can't just let me just sit there and
What?
do an interview like that. Come on.
Hey, me. Hey, come on. No?
Try to tell me, you know, do something.
Here we go.
Well, folks, I don't know how much of that interview got on. We had an excellent interview with Michael Rudman and with Alvaro Gomez.
Zone in.
Two very, very good interviews, and I guess we didn't get any of them on the air, unfortunately.
He's been struggling to find his own here.
He has.
Not very common for him.
Runner goes.
Up, up.
He's going to walk in.
You call strike, right, Blue?
Gets up. Makes his way over to second.
Ball, it was on ball 4, so it's not stolen base.
Oh, it's not. Martinez walks, heads over to first. So first and second with 2 outs now. And here is Darryl Roque. Roque 0 for 1 with a walk, but he did steal 2 bases after walking. Didn't realize highlight was the kind of sport that helped you pick up that kind of speed. He'd make his way over to third, back in the fourth. That one's just low.
Good opportunity here for Darryl Roque to be the hero here. Base hit. Got that first run across. Then you hear Athletics make some noise.
Get things going here. This is been a 0 offense game. All pitching. The pitching has been stellar on both sides. Between Roy. That's going to get free both runners on base. Casada is going to make his way over to third. Martinez is going to make his way over to second. As I was saying, Roy, Berkowitz, and Rudman have all been spectacular today on the mound, which is why we are knotted at 0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Be aggressive, D-Rock. Be aggressive, baby.
There, you got the manager pitching. Who visits him on the mound?
Yeah, no.
Well, you're talking to a manager that's a pitcher.
I know that. That's why I asked.
That's in for a strike.
The answer is there's nothing anyone on the field can tell him he doesn't probably already know. But the answer also is if we have a play in the field that we want to discuss, like a bunt and who's covering wherever, that's a different story. But
Sure.
I don't think anyone's going to come out there and say, "Hey, your shoulder's dipping." Swing and a miss. He struck him out, Eric Berkowitz, with fire coming out of his arm.
14 strikeouts now for the A's. I'm sorry, for the Nats. Between their 2 pitchers.
We are live here at Miami Christian. Divisional semifinals, national division semifinals between the Coral Gables A's and the West Kendall Nationals. The Nationals comes in with a 7-4 record. They were not able to play their 12th game this season, and the A's come in with a 10-1-1 record. Very, very impressive. After a very impressive last season as well, they were not able to seal the deal against Bower, but they had a tremendous last 12 months here in AUBL Miami. They've only lost a few games in the last year in AUBL Miami, so very accustomed to winning are the Coral Gables A's.
Only 1 loss this season.
It was Alex Arteaga and Willie Mizrahi who really carried the A's for many, many years on the mound. The addition of Michael Rudman and Darryl Roque have made the A's absolutely unstoppable. And we talked about the manager, Miguel Garcia, keeping this band of players together, and the job he does in keeping these very big personalities together, it would be very easy for another manager to have the team run roughshod over him. But Miguel Garcia does an excellent job of managing these personalities. And we see this in professional sports. You know, we see, as an example, Adam Gase for the Miami Dolphins, who now is...
no longer for the Dolphins.
Right, I was going to say, who is now the head coach of the Jets, had a problem managing the large personalities. And instead of dealing with them and enhancing them, he would ship them away. Jay Ajayi gets a little mouthy, ships him away. You know, Landry gets a little mouthy, ships him away. So, you know, the one thing that Miguel Garcia has done very, very well is manage these very, very big personalities.
And that's how he's managed to keep that core of players that stuck with him for 10, 12, 15 years.
Meanwhile, guys, we're in the 7th inning, and absolutely nothing is happening.
Michael Rudman's back on the mound.
And this may be his last inning. In the interview that was not heard on the air, he did tell me that he's expecting to pitch one more inning. This inning may be his last inning. If he has a 1, 2, 3 quick inning, that maybe he'll come out for the 8th. Maybe. I also talked to him about his curveball, and he said absolutely. He was very candid with me. He said, I'm not getting it to drop where I normally do, and he said he doesn't have his legs underneath him. There's that curveball, and that's the one that usually drops for a strike. And what happens is he'll get that fastball by you on the first pitch, he'll drop that curveball, and now you're 0-2 and you don't know what's coming.
Yep.
There's that curveball. That's the one right there. That's the Rudman curveball we've come to know.
You get better curveballs if you had a better catcher.
Darryl Roque. You have a better curveball if you had a better catcher. There's the fastball. He struck him out. Rudman.
12, Jay. On the day for Rudman. Here's Hiram Luna.
I think I'm going to make another effort at this in-game interview. See if I can do it right this time.
Luna had an amazing at-bat, his last at-bat against Rudman.
He did.
I was counting how many foul backs he had. He probably fouled back like 20 pitches. It was amazing.
Also made the stellar play over there at second on the high hopper that came off of Alvaro Gomez back in the 5th.
But we're going, right? The camera's on.
That's right. No.
That was a strike.
Another curveball that drops for a strike. That's pitch number 102 for him.
Emilio, you and Talon are going to talk. He's my go-between. Okay?
Got him.
I'm going to let him know when I'm ready. I'm going to sign you. I will tell you I'm ready to go. And then you tell me when I'm ready. Hey, guys. When I start, just know, back off the comments.
How do we know?
I've got Talon now. I'm going to let you know. We're going to let you know.
Hey, Justin, if Rudman can get out of this one quickly here, I think we'll see him on the 8th.
See how quickly he gets out. Gabe Castro.
Velocity's still there. He seems very composed.
Castro
He
double
has thrown a lot of
strikeout
pitches.
on the day, but so is most of the Nationals team. He's the semi the American and National.
Don't stroke it so much.
And for a strike.
1, 2. Tremendo parada, con tremenda parada.
Did I get a piece of the umpire?
I think you did.
Where did I hit you?
Here?
Oh,
Chest protector.
okay. Okay. And this is not the 2 ball.
Unfortunately, in this situation, we do not have one. When we do the high school game, someone's always screaming, "Don't worry, we got ice," when someone gets plumped.
Strikes out the
Got
side.
him. That'll do it.
Strikes out the side.
Let's go, Cash. Let's go. First one to score wins this. Let's go.
It's 108 pitches from Michael Rudman, but he still looks like it's the first inning.
Hey,
Michael Rudman, after 7 innings, is still working on a 1-hit shutout.
you can do it from the table.
What inning is this?
There's Berkowitz now in his 2nd inning of work.
Good to go there.
Okay.
Here now.
All right, we are in game, and we are doing a special in-game dugout interview with Alvaro Gomez. Alvaro, welcome.
Hi Jay, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for having us. What a beautiful day.
Doing fantastic, and it is a beautiful day here at Miami Christian, and we have a great ball game going on. Tell us what it's been to face Phil Roy. Phil. Tell us about what it was like facing him. And look at this bunt from Miguel Garcia. Nice drag bunt from Miguel Garcia, the manager. Alvaro, tell us what it was like to face Phil Roy today. I know he gave the A's as a team some difficulty with all those strikeouts.
Yeah, he did a very nice job. He got ahead good. All his pitches were working nicely. Made us chase some balls out the zone. That little breaking ball he has is good. His fastball is good, and he took it down.
The velocity on his fastball seems to keep all of his other pitches in check, and you can't really sit on anything there. Did you notice any late?
Hey, lead off. Lead off. Gomez, you're on deck. There you go. There you go.
Some of the players have been frustrated on the A's up until now. Facing Eric Berkowitz is obviously no easy top pitcher in the history of AU. Got the scoreboard here.
go. There you go. Way ahead, baby. 1, 2.
Do a quick recap if you could.
All right, folks, after this interview, I want to go back and recap what happened in this inning. Miguel Garcia came up to start off the inning. He laid a beautiful bunt down, but the third baseman came in just in time to make the play for the out. Beautiful, beautiful bunt. Now, this Money Thorndike just looked at strike 3.
We got as much of that interview as we could with Alvaro Gomez, but he's now stepping into home plate right now. We appreciate Alvaro for taking a little time with us today.
Yeah, how about that bunt by Miguel Garcia?
That was a great bunt, but an even better bunt by Eric Berkowitz.
It was.
That's the one thing, that's the one problem you have is if you're going to drag one against someone who throws 90 miles an hour, it's going to come 90 miles an hour to first base. And Berkowitz threw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball to first base. There's that slider, Oni, the one we were talking about.
Yep.
I'll tell you, today, keeping a book has been the easiest thing I've ever had. This book today, it is all just K, 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 backward K.
14 of them for Michael Rudman, Jake.
And Berkowitz with that nice fastball right at the knees and tailing back over the inside part of the plate. I'll tell you, you know, guys, this is a treat to have Eric Berkowitz and Michael Rudman facing each other right now.
Are we going to see Rudman in the 8th?
Yes, we will see Michael Rudman in the 8th. That's why I did not have Rudman for the interview, because he is going out for one more inning. There's that fastball again. He struck him out, and that will do it. Berkowitz with tremendous velocity coming in.
He puts more on that.
Another 0 on the scoreboard, folks.
Really bringing it.
We go to the top of the 8th inning. Still 0-0 here at Miami Christian. And what's really odd about this game also is it's 0-0, but we're almost 3 hours into the game. How does that work?
Dave, when have you ever, what was the last time that you had a game where it was these two teams on the field and combined there's been 30 strikeouts?
It's mind-blowing.
With still
I have to take a step back and really ingest that number.
30 strikeouts.
And it's not the lack of hitting, because we've had a couple of times where all the bases have been full. We have runners in scoring position several times. It's just that in clutch moments, the pitchers have come through. They have closed out that inning, and they have made sure that there's no score on that scoreboard.
Well, Talon, you're making some great points there, and you know, just so everybody knows, Talon has been our Johnny on the spot with the cameras today, and our spotter here, and has done a fabulous job. Nice to have Talon on the air with us today. Talon, this is your first look at AUBL Miami. Give us an idea of what you're seeing, it being a fresh set of eyes on this league today.
It's definitely a pitcher's league so far. So I can say that much. So based off what we got in the last games that we've done so far, the pitching is a little bit. You can see the uptake in the pitching. There's been, like I said, the pitcher today that's been demanding that curveball all day. Like whether it's been good or bad, he's just stuck with it. Like, you know, you're gonna take this curveball, you're gonna take it whether you like it, whether I don't like it. You're gonna have it my way.
Well, we saw yesterday Ceballos and Figueroa go head-to-head for Miami-Dade College, Miami-Dade versus Palm Beach State, and it was a fabulous pitching matchup. But I'll be honest with you, I would take the pitching we saw today over the pitching we saw yesterday.
This has just been stellar all over. Emotion.
What an absolute pleasure it's been to broadcast today's game. It's incredible that we've been out here over 2.5 hours of 0-0. Usually,
Your pitch hitter here, 0.
that would not be the case. ordinarily, no, this is Ricky Rodriguez.
Hey, that's all right,
This
it's not
is
you.
the batter.
Hey, it's not automatic. Not automatic.
Oh, yes.
Crush it.
Not a pinch hitter this time. And Rudman
My
still
mistake.
bringing it.
1-1.
Hey, get on top of that if you want to do it. Get on top if you want to do it. Tomahawk.
You hear Tony Cash over there.
I've never heard anyone call for a tomahawk before. That might be the first tomahawk I've ever heard come from a dugout. Usually if you hear the word tomahawk, it's in a bad way. But Tony Cash calling for the tomahawk. I hope that doesn't mean throw your bat at the pitcher.
I'm not sure if that's some sort of a code word, Jay. It may be. You never know.
You know, like when the quarterback comes to the line and says, you know, Omaha, tomahawk. You know, I don't know.
Not anything else is working against Rudman over here, so they're ready to try whatever.
Well, Rudman in his 7th inning struck out the side, so he's definitely not slowing down. He just,
At all.
I think the accumulation of pitches is just catching up with him, which is why he's saying this is going to be his last inning of the game. There's that fastball again. That's the get off my plate fastball.
Yeah, it was like, take a step back.
3-2.
Big swing and a miss. He struck him out.
15, Jay.
Well, we said before the game started, it is not uncommon for Berkowitz to strike out 14, 16, and we're right in between 14 and 16 right now.
You've seen it many a time.
And this Nationals lineup is an excellent lineup, so he's not doing it to tomato cans here.
All the way
This is-
through.
This
All
is
the
a
way through.
very good Nationals lineup.
Both of the teams have very deep lineups.
Correct. Yeah, well, the A's, of course, have probably the best lineup in the league.
Hey, give me another one.
At least the most versatile.
For sure. Darryl Roque asking for time.
Hey, you like it, go. All right?
You got on me?
Middle.
Hey, you gotta be all
I heard from the dugout, now you've seen it. We've been seeing it for 2.5 hours. Popped up, out of play.
Like that, 0-2.
Hey, down to it.
Joseph, one of the few batters to reach base against Rudman today. The only action on base today against Rudman has been 3 walks and 1 hit. That has been it.
Two stolen bases by Randy White.
Which are irrelevant, because
But-
unless you're
yeah,
going to
but-
steal home.
But didn't count.
At the knees, he struck him out.
And I guess his dugout was right. Now you see it and you caught him looking.
number 16
Saw it.
for Michael Rudman.
He saw it.
Get me up, Phil.
So here is the
5
star,
strikeouts in a row.
here's the star of the West Kendall Nationals' first 7 innings today. Phil Roy.
Popped up the shortstop. 2 strikeouts.
that curveball, and that's the one he's used to throwing for a strike. Now, if you lighten, you don't even have to lighten the happen, and you'll probably lighten it. Just the cloud. Fastball in for a strike.
Hey, this pitch coming up now will be number 120.
You know,
He's a horse.
I gotta say, you know, with you keeping the pitches, if Rudman had been able to land his curveball today, for sure he pitches a complete game. He's trying to lighten the table. Because we got the hit on the ground. It should be an easy play. Up and over. He got him. Miguel Garcia gets his foot out of the way, and that will do it. The expression "a whole lot to do about nothing" comes to mind with today's game. It is 0-0 in one of the most hotly contested pitching matchups we have ever seen in AUDL Miami. I would put this game against any game we've ever seen in this league in the 5 years of existence, the 10 seasons. And it's a good thing we're broadcasting it today so that it can live. This game will live on through YouTube.
You actually said it earlier in the game. This may be the first 0-0 game going to the next minute.
I don't know what the A's are going to do coming in. I think it's Willie Mizrahi. Remember, the A's also have Darryl Roque, who also is capable of bringing it mid-80s.
The next pitcher has a lot to do with what they can do with the bats this season. They can force runs, maybe make a difference on who they're going to bring.
I just don't know who's going to catch if Darryl comes in to pitch. I think it'll probably be Willie Mizrahi that comes in. Well, you know what? You know what? I don't even know if the A's know what they have in the blur on the map. Because it took me having the blur on my team for 2.5 seasons before I put him on the mound, and when I did, oh my goodness. Oh yeah,
umpire.
Catcher, he doesn't really like to catch, but he's a tremendous catcher.
For him. You want one too? You're welcome.
Twister. Yeah, talent. There you go. Perfect. Here's Luis Cabral. I asked Luis if he would do an interview with me. He politely said no and asked me, you know, if he wanted me to talk about his 3 strikeouts today.
Yeah, bro. It's not something that you see very often.
Well, Luis Cabral might not strike out 3 times in a season, nonetheless in a game. One of the top hitters, not just on the A's, but in the league. And there's that fastball from Berkowitz. Good leap, acting movement.
Oh, it disappears on you at the end there. It's impressive.
It's almost like a lefty when we talk about the run on the fastball.
Yeah, his
the
fastball
lefty.
just disappears right at the end.
There it is again.
The very first time we played against the Nationals, Giants, and that was the game that Danger Rara pitched. We lost 2-1, and we faced Berkowitz, and it was.
There it is, right on the corner. He just missed. And you can see a little animation. That's about as animated as you'll see Eric Berkowitz get. He doesn't typically get too animated up on the mound. Wanted that one. He's going to throw it again. He did! And it's going to be a hard play. The money man up and over. The money man goes wide. It is an error on Tony Cash. Tony Cash had just been moved to third base.
Let's turn it. Come on, you two. Turn it up the middle.
Take that back. He had started the game at third base. And believe it or not, the money man turned me down for an interview. When I went into the Nationals dugout, here's a man who never met a word he didn't like, the most vocal player in the history of AUBL Miami, turned me down. Look at a drag bunt from Ahmed Martinez.
No, si quiere.
Odd looking drag bunt.
They're trying everything they can out of his room.
Well, it makes you wonder if he got the sign to bunt. Because that was not a sacrifice. That was a drag bunt. Even though Ahmed, not the slowest player in the league, not really known for his speed.
When the catch ain't playing all that deep either.
Now has come into the grass. Pops up, out of play. Berkowitz wants a different baseball. And the umpire will oblige.
You got it. You got two on him.
Okay.
That's that white house slider, Oni. You have no chance of hitting it.
That's crazy.
As a hitter, you have to take the pitch, and then if he somehow gets it over the plate, you just tip your cap and walk to the dugout.
That's all you can do.
Sounded like a broken bat.
Very well wasn't broken.
So the A's have gotten their first two base runners on here in the 8th inning, Oni. This is a very ominous start for the Nationals. Because now you got Juan Quesada and William Mizrahi, and then the Blur, your Randy Martinez coming up.
All three of them are just dangerous.
And remember, the Blur played with Berkowitz for the first 6 seasons together. So the Blur and Berkowitz know each other very, very well. Many, many years they've been friends.
Let me ask you this, in a case like that, who do you think has the advantage, the hitter or the pitcher?
Ordinarily, it's the hitter. And look at Quesada gets it down. Goes to third with it. Can't hold it. It gets away. This is going to score the first run of the game. Luis Cabral gets the lid off the basket.
The hitter or the pitcher?
Yeah, that.
Excellent technical bunt right there.
It'll go as an error on the money man, Tony Cash. Here comes the replay.
1-2.
That ball gets away from Cash right there at the end.
Oh, no.
Wani, you're on him.
Taking an error.
Maybe he should have done the interview, Oni. Fastball popped straight back. Moneyman has been
around for long.
Moneyman has been in this league since the inception of this league, and would never be considered a liability. On
absolutely not.
The infield is in right now. The A's have runners at second and third and no outs. And that one hit on the ground is short. They'll get the out. Osa looked a little awkward catching that ball at first base. It'll go 6-3 from his Rockies.
Almost like he was like, okay, should I start getting ready to throw it? Is he going to run? Or what?
Oh, and they'll intentionally walk the blur. I told you, Odie. And did you see the look on the blur's face when he came to home plate when they told him they were going to walk him?
He wanted a piece of Burke.
Oh, boy. Well, we put it in the book, IBD for the blur. Not the first time he's been intentionally walked. I know that. I have walked him intentionally, and I've had him on my team get walked intentionally. It'll be Daryl Roque.
Big opportunity here for Roque.
Any ball that gets to the outfield,
He just can't hit it in the ground. He just hit it in the air.
and even a ball on the ground may very well score a run, because look, the shortstop and second base are now playing back. So unless they turn two, they may trade 2 outs for a run here. And I'm sure the A's would gladly trade 2 outs for a run right now.
Absolutely. Well, they got him out now. They get a double play at first. He needs to hit it in the air.
D-Rock, let's go, baby. Something you like, hit it far.
Our scoreboard just now catching up. 1-0.
Good swing, good swing.
Good swing from Daryl, but his head came out. A little bit out in front.
You got it, baby. Got it, baby.
Nice pitch from Berkowitz. Look at that big toe at the end. How do you hit that?
You don't.
I don't even know what that pitch is. On deck, the manager, Miguel Garcia, taking his cuts on deck.
There you go. There you
Close.
go.
Just missed.
Same pitch that Roque swung at.
Not where he catches it.
Tough take.
You didn't like that one?
And a good take.
Not where he catches it, where it passes.
It's full of A's here. Bottom of the 8th.
Go, D-Rock, you put the ball on the ground, baby. Put the ball on the ground, doesn't hurt right here. Let's go.
Miguel Garcia over there cheering on his hitter. Here's the pitch from Berkowitz.
Good
Got
job.
a piece of it. You can hear good jobs from his manager to get a piece of that one.
Catching up to him.
Well, guys, news from around AUBL Miami coming in. Hialeah Marlins defeat Los Dodgers 13-3 and will move on to the American League Championship. Daryl Roque gets a piece of it to right field. It's going to get down for a hit. This will be an RBI
It's
hit.
not a hit.
No, it will not. Unbelievable. Roque
How often do you see that?
flares it into right field, and he's out at home.
That's Phil Roy.
And Phil Roy, of all people.
Phil Roy threw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball to home plate. Get the force out.
Unbelievable. I don't even know what to put in my book.
It's a 9-1.
It's a
9-2.
9-2.
Fielder's choice? No, it's a force out. Yeah,
It's a fielder's choice. It's a 9-2 fielder's choice.
9-2 fielder's choice.
They say if you stay around baseball long enough, you'll always see something new. And where is Steve Hertz when you need him? Holy cow! I think
That's a first right there.
I think Martinez may have been holding in favor of a sac fly there.
Right. Definitely did hold on. Really good cut there by Miguel Garcia.
So that'll be the second out of the inning. We'll see if that comes back to haunt the A's, because the A's only up 1 run right now. Wow.
Is one enough?
What a turn of events.
Is one enough? Question.
I can't believe what we're watching. So all the base runners will move up 1 base. And Miguel Garcia with a good at-bat here, getting a piece of Berkowitz, hitting his fastball foul and now hitting his curveball foul. What's coming next? The slider? Or is he going to throw that wipeout pitch that you can't hit?
Guess we're about to find out, Jake. I'll put my money on the slider.
I'm going to go with the high foul.
Which first?
There you go.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That'll do it. But the Coral Gables A's get on the scoreboard and lead 1-0. You are watching the South Florida Broadcast Network. This is the divisional semifinals.
Nationals goes down to the last 3 outs here, Jay. And we got 2, 3, and 4 here coming up. Let's see if 1 run is enough.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
You hear the dugout coming around here.
Hey, good evening. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
You're absolutely right, Colin. The theme of this game has been who's going to get that first run, and right now the A's have it, and they have that lead. But if the Nationals are able to scrape a run somehow, remember, no more Rudman. Rudman's off the mound now. But I'm just saying, if the Nationals can scrap a run, or even a second run, then that second run will come back to haunt the A's. And I'm sure right now manager Miguel Garcia is thinking exactly what I'm saying right now. And here comes the aforementioned Michael Rudman over to our broadcast table.
Impressive performance.
We'll let him sit in. Ladies and gentlemen, in the booth, Michael Rudman. Michael, we did not get your earlier interview on the air, so if I repeat some of my questions, I apologize, but tremendous performance by you today. A classic, typical performance by you today. We've seen this show before, haven't we?
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, it was a little hot out here today, so I think your earlier question was why I didn't use my curveball as much, or why was it not biting as much, or, you know. We're here, you going over there? It's a little hot out here, so I was a little tired. Stuck with it.
Your curveball had the typical bite to it, but it just seemed like your release point of it, you were not able to throw it for a strike today. What I'm accustomed to seeing, and I've seen you pitch, what would you say, 20 times, 30 times? I mean, I've seen you pitch many, many baseball games. What I'm accustomed to seeing from your curveball is it'll start at the letters and finish at the knees. Today, it was starting at the waist and finishing at the ankles. And you're attributing maybe not having your legs underneath you. Maybe you can expound on that. What does that mean, your legs underneath you?
Yeah, so, I mean, when I get hot and exhausted, and, you know, my body's a little tired, and it's true, what they say about pitchers, you know, working on their legs. It's not about making you throw harder. It's literally like being able to keep your mechanics and make adjustments, stay behind the ball. So,
well, nothing will work on that more than starting a family. So why don't you talk about that? Talk about the changes in your life that have led you down this path.
Yeah, so got a 7-month-old at home, future Hall of Famer. Not right, it's great. It's the best thing that happened to me, you know. So my wife was ripping out, but she's gonna make it today. Hopefully she's watching. But yeah, it's been great. It's the best thing being a dad, and I don't get to practice as much, but you know.
Well, that was kind of where I was going with it. Obviously, you know, we want to hear the human side of it as well, and you know, the human side is what really makes the story. But you know, let's talk about the baseball side of it. You know, I know you used to have a pretty heavy practice regimen. You know, being that you're a former Division I college pitcher, and I'm sure that carried over for you. Talk about your former career as a college pitcher and kind of where that's taken you now.
Yeah, so once I basically hung him up from trying to play pro and after I had my shoulder surgery, and I kind of moved on to the next chapter. I got my degree, got my license, CPA license. I kind of moved on, but I took about a year and a half off of baseball completely, and then once I started up with your league, it made baseball fun again. So it was no longer a job; it was more of a come out, play, have fun, and still.
Well, that's really what it's about, with AUBL Miami, is giving an outlet for guys like you that, either played high school or in your case maybe played some Division I college and having a place to play. And we're seeing it on the field today. I mean, these two teams really epitomize that journey that you've been on.
Oh yeah, a lot of great players out here. It's competitive every week, so it's just a lot of fun. You want to come out here and have close games. You want to come out and have teams that are going to
See a strikeout there from Willie Mizrahi coming into the game.
Now the Nationals are down to their last 2 outs here, Jay.
And we have Michael Rudman in the booth with us. And Michael Rudman, of course, one of the top pitchers in the history of AUBL Miami, starting in 2014 in our first ever AUBL Miami season. Michael Rudman has been a part of most or all of those seasons starting in 2014 and our very first broadcast. Pounded into the ground. There's going to be a hard play. Backhand step. Look at the throw. Did he get him? Yes, he did.
Great job on both sides here.
Thanks, man. And now down to their final out is the money man, Tony Cash, hitting in the cleanup position today. Not where we typically see the money man. Usually the money man hitting 5th or 6th in this Nationals lineup, but today hitting in the number 4 slot. The Nationals now down to their final out of their season. As in playoffs in AUBL Miami, it is one and done. Willie Mizrahi in the closer position today from that submarine stance. Mizrahi looks like he has pretty good velocity today, Mike. The last few times we saw Willie, he wasn't throwing as hard as he is today.
Yeah, he's got a lot of right center. Let's go. He comes from an awkward slot, and sweeping slider, nasty fastball that moves a lot down and in already. So he's definitely a tough.
And he also has the Arteaga grunt down. That is almost identical to the Alex Arteaga grunt that we see when he throws his fastball. What's it been like for you, Mike, playing with the A's and playing with Alex Arteaga and Willie Mizrahi and all these guys that have been around together for a long time?
Yeah, it's great. They always get a good group out every game. They always compete. Always tough games. We've been pretty successful. Winning games.
Pretty?
Very?
I'd like to see if you were very successful.
Yeah,
what it would look like.
Yeah, so no, these guys are great. Take it seriously when you're out here. They have great values. So it's not like, if you lose a game, you gotta shake it off.
Come on, Cash, keep us alive, kid. Get ready to AB, get ready to AB, kid, let's go.
Oh, you haven't gotten your check yet? Okay. I'll see what I can do.
I played a few days myself with my check.
But in all seriousness, Michael Rudman, one of the top pitchers in the history of AUBL Miami, and we appreciate you very much in this league, Michael, just like we appreciate Eric Berkowitz, your opponent today. Tony Cash pops it up. This could do it! And it does! You go celebrate with your team, Mike.
Mike, great job.
Mike, thanks for joining us. Michael Rudman in the booth with us to finish things out. And that will do it. The Coral Gables A's will advance. They defeat the West Kendall Nationals 1-0. An unbelievable game here today. as Phil Roy and Michael Rudman went toe-to-toe in the center of the ring, and somehow the A's were able to scratch a run out late. But it was a spectacular game from both of these pitchers. Eric Berkowitz also pitched very well coming in late. But ultimately, it was the Coral Gables A's on top, 1-0. You have been watching the South Florida Broadcast Network's special edition of AUBL Miami Baseball. We had a full booth here today as Emilio Sierra, our producer, was hard at work giving you all those camera views and graphics and instant replays and everything that Emilio does, and we are so glad that Emilio is with us, and we are also so glad that you could join us today, the fans at home. For myself, Oni Acosta, Talon Taylor, Justin Bresner, Emilio Sierra, and everybody here, thank you for joining us. You have been watching the South Florida Broadcast Network.